Genesis chapter 19. Now, connecting with this gematrionic idea of reading various chapters of Tanakh in numerical sequence with other chapters that have the same number and with the time, either clock time or the time of the month, like the date, and deriving special information from these combinations. And this today being Tu B'Av, and I forgot to mention this in the last video of the part 2 of Judges 19, that today is August 19th. And August 19th is Tu B'Av. It's the 15th day of Av, but it's the 19th day of August. And one of the big reasons that this day is special is because something that happened in Judges chapter 19, and today is August 19th. And you'll tell me, well, last year it wasn't August 19th, and the year before, maybe 10 years ago it was August 19th. But so what? Or 19 years ago, there you go. But actually 19 years ago it probably was the same, because every 19 years. But that's besides the point. The main idea is that this year in particular, these lineups have been happening on many different occasions where the date matches with the reading. So it's significant that August 19th, the story comes from Judges 19, which was just read, and it just went up to the story basically with the unfortunate event with the concubine was who had an unfortunate death by being assaulted by five different or several different men, and basically it parallels another story that's going to be here in Genesis. What chapter? 19. And that proves that there's some kind of connection between numerical connection here. And so here it is, Genesis chapter 19. And the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting at the gate of Sodom. And Lot saw and arose toward them, and he prostrated himself on his face to the ground. V'yavo shnei malachim Sodoma be'erev, v'lot yeshev b'shar Sodom, v'yar Lot lo v'yakam likrasam lo yishtachavu apayim arza. That's verse 1. Verse 2. Vayomer hinena Adoni suruna al beis avdechem v'linu rachatzu raglechem v'yishkamtem halachtem l'darchechem v'yomeru lo ki brachov nalin. See, there's other parallels too, because in Judges 19, you see wash your feet and you have the same thing over here. He said, "Behold, now, my lords, please turn to your servant's house and stay overnight and wash your feet, and you shall rise early and go on your way." Same thing, as parallels. It's not just about knowing the virgin daughter or whatever. Like Lot says, we're going to see. They wanted to know. They wanted to basically have a homosexual encounter with the guest there, and the same thing happened here. So there's something going on, and the fact that the chapter numbers are the same is very interesting. Anyway, go on your way. They said no, it was overnight in the street. Just don't stay in the street. No, we will stay in the street. And over there in 19, they said just don't stay in the street. Okay, interesting. We'll say the street. Right. Yomer hinena Adoni suruna okay. Verse 3. V'yivtzar ba'mio v'yisurela v'yavoel beiso v'yas lahem mishteh matzos afav yochelu. And he urged them strongly, and he turned to him and came to his house and made him a feast. They baked unleavened cakes and they ate. And this is why they suggest that it was Passover time. But there's another connection about Passover that I just posted something from Cyril Gordon, his Passover presentation. Passover, and it's Passover here. And it's the 19th of Av, which is talking about Passover. And Cyril Gordon was presenting on Passover. Okay, let's continue. Verse 4. Terem yishkavu v'anshei ha'ir anshei Sodom nisabu al habayis mina'ar ve'ad zaken kol ha'am mikatzeh. When they had not yet retired, and the people of the city, the people of Sodom, surrounded the house, both young and old, the entire populace, from every end. Mikatzeh. Kol ha'am mikatzeh. Okay, ויקראו אל לוט ואמרו לו איה הנשים אשר באו אליך לילה הוציאם אלינו ונדע אותם. Same thing like we said in Judges 19. They called out to Lot, they said to him, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us and let us be intimate with them. Same thing like the Benjamites were saying to these guys in Giva, wherever it was, where they were staying. Okay, verse 6. ויצא אליהם לוט הפתחה והדלת סגר אחריו, and Lot came out to them at the entrance and he shut the door behind them. Vayomar al na'achai tarehu. He said, my brethren, please do not do this evil. Hine na li shne banot asher lo yadu ish. I have 2 daughters who have not been intimate with a man. This is the same thing like the guy said. He said in the house that I have a virgin daughter and do whatever you like. This is what Lot said. Except Lot said I have 2 virgins. But still, it's very similar. And that's almost word for word the same. Do as it is, please, as you see fit. Rak alanashim ha'el al ta'asun davar ki al kein ba'u batzel korati. Only to these men do nothing, because they have come under the shadow of my roof. Vayomaru gesh hala, Vayomru echad ba lagur, Vayishbot shafot, Ata nara lacha mehem, Yivtru ba'ish belot me'od, Vigeshu lishbor hadalet. But they said, back away, and they said, this one came to sojourn, and now he is judging? Now we will deal even worse with you than with them. And they pressed hard upon the man Lot, and they drew near to break the door. Vayishlechu anashim et yadam, vayaviu et Lot alehem abaita ve'et hadelet sagaru. And the men stretched forth their hands, and they brought Lot to them to the house, and they shut the door. Ve'es hanashim asher pesach habayis hiku b'sanverim. And the men who were at the entrance of the house, they struck with blindness, both small and great, and they toiled in vain to find the entrance. Bet hanashim asher pesach habayis hiku b'sanverim. Mikaton v'ed gadol vayilu limtso hapatach. Vayomru hanashim el Lot, עוד מלך פה חתן ובניך ובנותיך וכל אשר לך בעיר הוציא מן המקום. And the men said to Lot, whom else do you have here, son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, and whoever you have in the city, take out of the place. כי משחיתים אנחנו את המקום הזה, כי גדלה צעקתם את פני השם, וישלחנו השם לשחסה. For we are destroying this place, because their cry has become great before the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. ויצא לוט וידבר אל חוסניו, לוחי בנוסף, ויאמר קומו צאו מן המקום הזה, כי משחית השם את העיר, ויהי כמשחק בעיני חוסניו. So Lot went forth, and he spoke to his sons-in-law, the suitors of his daughters, and he said, arise, go forth from this place, for the Lord is destroying the city. But he seemed like a comedian in the eyes of his sons-in-law. ויעיצו המלכים בלוט לאמור, קום, קח את אשתך ואת 2 בנותיך, Anitzot pen tisafeh ba'avon ha'ir. And as the dawn rose, the angels pressed Lot, saying, Get up, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you perish because of the iniquity of the city. וישממה ויחזיקו אנשים בידו וביד אשתו וביד 2 בנותיו וכמנס אדוני עליו יוציאו ונניחו מחוץ לעיר. But he tarried, and the men took hold of his hand and his wife's hand, and the hand of his 2 daughters out of the Lord's pity for him, and they took him out and placed him outside the city. ויהי כהוציאם אותם החוצה, ויאמר הימלט על נפשך אל תביט אחריך ואל תעמוד בכל הכיכר ההרה המלאת פן תיספר. It came to pass when they took them outside, and he said, Flee for your life, do not look behind you, and do not stand in the entire plain. Flee to the mountain, lest you perish. ויאמר לוט עליהם אל נא אדוני. And Lot said to him, Please do not, O Lord. הנה נא מצוא עבדך בעיניך ותגדל חסדך אשר עשית עמדי להחיות את נפשי ואנוכי לא אוכל להימלט על פן תדבקני הרע ומתי. Behold, now your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have increased your kindness, which you have done with me, to sustain my soul. But I cannot flee to the mountain, lest the evil overtake me and I die. And for time, we'll stop right here.